Welcome back, Strategic Angling fans. This is episode number 35. We've got a really special one. We're talking with Alton Jones Jr. again from the Bass Pro Tour, coming off his best finish of the season, second place at St. Clair. Alton, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me on again. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. So you and I were talking before we started recording. Getting right into it, what was kind of the key for you this week for finding these fish, staying on these fish? What was the difference maker for you?
We kind of had a tale of two tournaments. We had 2 days of really good weather and 2 days of really bad weather. And the bad weather, you were kind of forced to power fish, crank, because you couldn't fish slow. I mean, we had winds at 30 miles an hour. But the days it got calm were the days I really excelled, and that's when I could rely on my electronics. Especially yesterday, I think I had 30-something bass for 90 pounds. And I caught every single one of them with Garmin LiveScope, pitching at them with a drop shot. I think a lot of guys would kind of power fish around, and when they'd see one, they might pick up a drop shot, but I would trolling motor on high all day, doing nothing but staring at my electronics, and I wasn't casting until I saw bass to throw at. And, really just everybody's got some form of forward-facing sonar now, so everybody has the technology and the capabilities, but I think just as much as I've used it and really knowing I could trust it, I just did it more than everyone else. I spent more time staring at LiveScope than anyone else did.
Well, your neck might be a hair sore today, doing that for a couple days in a row. But
yeah, I've wondered if I'm gonna have some severe neck troubles. For my whole career, staring, my chin pressed to my chest, staring straight down at the little screen. But
well,
luckily, with a second place finish, I can pay for a doctor visit to a chiropractor or something.
You'll get over it.
Exactly.
So second place finish, is this the highest finish you've had in your career at a major tournament? I know Bassmaster, you had a couple of good ones, but is second your best?
Yeah, I finished second last year at Lake Fork.
Okay.
So it ties it, and I won an Open several years ago.
Right.
But as far as top level pro event, yeah, this ties my best ever.
Well, awesome, and congrats again on that. You actually buzzer beat your way in.
Hey,
What'd you say?
Yeah, if you're gonna lose, though, you might as well lose to the guy that set the all-time weight record yesterday. So it wasn't even close. It was pretty clear to see that early in the day I was fishing for second for Michael Neal.
Is that kind of how it works a little bit on the Bass Tours? Some guy just kind of starts to run away with it occasionally, and you're just like, all right, I gotta just get what I can here. I mean, I know with 5 fish, you don't know till the end of the day, but with this format, do you just change what you do a little bit, or not really?
Yes and no. I mean, it's definitely possible. I was fishing my butt off, and if I was going to run into that magic school, which it swims around on St. Clair, you can catch 100 pounds in a period.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I'm giving up hope, I can't win. But you have to be a realist. I've fished these areas for 4 to 5 days. I kind of know what's swimming around. And the chances of me finding something to pass Michael are slim, but I knew that I could keep up or even surpass all the other guys that are fishing on St. Clair, just with what I was around. And, going into the day, knowing the weather we were going to have, I told several people, I said, if Michael Neal's fish aren't there or if he stumbles, I think I can win. But, seeing the way he was catching the first couple days, I think everyone kind of thought this. If Michael doesn't stumble, he's going to win.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't on caliber fish.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited when I saw you made. I think you buzzer beat your way into the knockout and championship round, or was it just
the championship round? Yeah, I had the knockout round loaded up pretty good.
Okay, and you caught 7 pounds in the last 4 minutes to make it, or something like that?
Yeah. I actually caught 15 pounds in the final 20 minutes overall, but ended up 6 pounds in the last 4 minutes to really seal the deal. And those fish were a godsend. I really wasn't expecting it to go down like that, but I made one last adjustment with 25 minutes to go, and I dropped my trolling motor down, and they were just swimming everywhere around the boat. It was pretty cool.
And a smallmouth fishery, you're probably going to figure out a way to catch those. So,
yeah. That's the good thing about smallmouth. It's just getting around them.
Yep.
You get around them, they're generally dumb for the most part.
So you guys on the Bass Pro Tour went to a few really awesome smallmouth fisheries towards the end of your season. Do you think there's a clear favorite right now between St. Lawrence, the St. Clair, and then I can't remember, Champlain?
Champlain.
If you had, is it just a time of the season thing, or all really, really great? Is there one that you think?
Yeah. They're all phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but if you ask 10 anglers what their favorite northern smallmouth fishery is, 8 of them are going to say the St. Lawrence. It's just that much better, that much prettier. The water's that much clearer. The fish are that much fatter. And it really is so unique. We fish big lakes and all that all the time, but whenever you get that ripping current, the islands, the shoals, you've got largemouth, smallmouth. It's really, really hard to beat. They're all great in their own respects. Champlain is a monster of its own, but I'll tell you, my favorite thing about the St. Lawrence River is it can get rough when the wind blows against the current or something, but it's generally always fishable. I get seasick, and every day this week I'm taking Dramamine before we go out on St. Clair. It's really, really rough, and so really just because of fishability and in all weather conditions, I'd pick the St. Lawrence hands down.
Yeah, I would love to get up there. Being around here, we only really get Sturgeon Bay or Mille Lacs, but haven't done the St. Lawrence thing. Speaking of Mille Lacs, if you look towards next season's schedule, any event on there that's exciting you, or somewhere you guys are going to some newer lakes for the Bass Pro Tour?
Yeah, it's a pretty favorable schedule for me. We've got 2 in the state of Texas. We've got heavy hitters on Lake Palestine, which I can be on the water in 2 hours there, and then we have Lake Fork, which I'm about 2.5 hours from. Really looking forward to those. I actually I've never seen Lake Palestine with my own eyes, and then I've never fished Fork that early in the season. I expect that to be a super, super tough tournament. So that's one I'm actually surprisingly, I finished second there last time, but I'm kind of dreading it. Just because that time of year, it's going to be really, really, it's going to be a grind, but they all are in their own.
Did they do it? I don't have the schedule in front of me. Was it like a February Fork or what?
Yeah, it's like a first week of February.
Wow, that could be really miserable.
This time last year was frozen solid.
Yeah.
Now that was a rare occasion. It's not going to do that every year, but if there's one I'm looking forward to the most, though, it is for sure that Louisiana event out of Monroe, Louisiana.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you the names of the lakes. I've heard rumors that they're really good, kind of like Big Bass Trophy Lakes, slot limit lakes.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever been there. Literally, I don't think any of our 80 guys have ever been there. So I'm sure other guys will, but I'm going to go pre-practice a little bit this winter, try to get a vibe, and hopefully improve next year on what I did this year. That's the goal.
And you got 2 new smallmouth lakes for the Bass Pro Tour with Mille Lacs and that gigantic lake Oahu. How do you pronounce that? Oahe in South Dakota. What'd you say?
Thank you. We're not going to Oahe next year. That's the elites.
Oh, look at me.
Really? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think our only true smallmouth event is
the Mille Lacs event.
I think so. which I'm kind of excited about. Like, don't get me wrong, I love smallmouth fishing. At this point of the season, after fishing 3 derbies in a row on big water smallmouth, I'm kind of ready to just go pick up a flipping stick and just go pitch a lay down for a while.
You're like, get this spinning rod out of my hand, I'm over it.
Exactly.
I can only catch so many 3.5 pound smallmouth.
Dirty water, shallow, and it'll be here before you know it.
Well, cool, man. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you're still trying to get the rest of your drive finished up. Is there anything else you want to chat about today before we let you roll?
I just thanks for having me on the show, and it's been an awesome season. And, I think I hadn't been on your show before. I started doing these shows, and I started catching them a whole heck of a lot better. So we might have to do a few more. I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe not.
I had a pretty great year this year. What did you end up in the AOI?
I believe 7th.
That's awesome as well. You got to be happy, a little bit happy about that. If you ain't first and 7th's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. But we got to do a little better. Somebody's got to stop Wheeler next year.
You bring up Wheeler, and if you got a few minutes, in your opinion, like, what is separating Wheeler right now from the rest? Is he doing anything different, or is he just on him? Is he just on him right now?
He's definitely doing some things different. He's working his butt off. That's the biggest thing. He outwork. I don't care. You look any guy on any tour doing anything, and Wheeler is outworking them. Like, I work my butt off, but that dude works circles around me. There's no way to hide that. He's always analyzing. He's always pre-practicing. He's always studying. He's always fishing. I talked to him a decent amount, and he's working hard. He's having success, and he's extremely confident right now.
Yeah, how much do you think confidence is playing into some of this success?
I think he plays a huge part. Confidence in your decision. And I don't think he means this in a disrespectful way, but I think he pulls up to the ramp, even at the level we fish, and he looks around and he says, "These guys can't hang." In his head, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and as a top athlete, you gotta have that mentality.
Yeah, he walks that way, and props to him for it. It's hard to do, but
Well, I think if you do more of these shows next year, we'll be asking you what separated you in 2022, and these guys are trying to catch you. So we might just have to talk after every event, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm good with it. It's really early in my career, but I've been telling people. I said my dad's rookie year was Kevin's rookie year on bass. So he had to deal with Kevin his whole career, and I said, I found my Kevin.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So.
And hey, Kevin won one this season too. So.
Yeah. It was great to see him get that win. I kind of relit a fire under him a little bit, I think.
Just had to stick him on the TVA for a minute or two.
Yeah, that helped. That helped for sure.
All right, well, Alton, pleasure talking to you as always. Drive safe, and maybe we'll connect this off season. I got some of those geek crack baits. Maybe we can talk about some of those in a couple months or something. So.
Absolutely, I love it. Good luck fishing, and we'll catch you at the next one.
All right, see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye.